Hey yo, this is secede, and I'm here to talk about what's going on about the country of the United States of America. Well, we've been hearing about Donald Trump. They're taking over an office like over and over, and it's been a while since when he was the president, since 2017 to 2020. But in that case, it's started to get really worse. Right now, California is on an added succession. Maybe the second one would be probably Texas. And then plus the Louisiana would be next as also. New Mexico, Colorado. If Colorado succeeds the Union, then they're going to have to join California for it to become a Mexico or someplace else. I don't know. It can be a little bit different. You can see that shit, And Plus, Illinois will be secede, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, they're about to succeed as also. It's going to be different because, a lot of states that are going to have to succeed. South Minnesota is also. Most of the 20 to 24 states, they're leading up to succeed the Union and have a war with America. Because there's a lot going on with Donald Trump shit, Mass deportations, tariffs, and the other kind of regulations. It's bad, but to be honest, I think America would be part of the death of the nation. No one's gonna survive America because there's no money left. America doesn't have any money to afford pennies. They're trying to buy pennies for every year, but Donald Trump didn't want pennies no more. So that's why the United States of America is starting to get broke. And that's why there's going to be a lot of consequences going on. Just remember, I posted about the Southerners of the last king since 2018. And that's the thing that where the shit that was coming from. I read the book about the Lost Californians. So hopefully the Californians will come back in again when they're trying to be in a part of the country with Colorado, New Mexico, and California. So hopefully they'll make it in to succeed. So does Washington. Washington should succeed the Union, So it has to be 20 to 24 succession states. They'll be around. And they're not going to be around with Texas versus white shit. So they're not going to be around. So it's going to be different because it's about America's prices, And it's all on the amount in America. That's why they're getting broke. If they're getting broke, then they can't do anything about the country. That's why the United States of America needs to move on and move a different path. If this is something that's wrong about the country, then I think they should be ready to leave the country. And then they become its own country. Texas Republic would be part of the country, and California Republic as People's Republic of California would be around. So hopefully the country will conceive. I hope Minnesota comes back from Canada to becoming part of the Canadian territory. So hopefully that will change. So to be honest, it's gonna be a blood draw, And it's going to be called Flaming Death. Liquid Death. But it's going to be bad, but I'm going to say that Donald Trump is making really bad purposes about regulations with Mexicans. And they travel in for any countries, especially Haiti. And now they can't do anything no more. That's why we need to make sure we have to find and follow this country to save it last. So that's why we need to make sure you need to feel about the right path. If you have a right to succeed, you have rights to complete your own freedoms. That's because United States of America is a racist country. Slave trades, that can happen. And it's all whites' fault. This isn't blacks' fault. It's whites' fault. They should have been doing this for wrong things about America, especially for constitutionists. You know, if the United States of America was free, they're not free. They like to be slaves for the first time, and then after that, Confederate States of America will belong to get racism. The United States of America has a lot of racism going on in the past. They got slaves, and they got segregation. Think about it. Yeah, I have no time to hear that stuff. I'm still waiting for the next month to see if California can succeed the Union until July 23rd or July 22nd. So hopefully the votes, they can go up. So hopefully that's going to change. So everything has to change. Don't listen to Martin Luther King. Do not listen to Barack Obama. Do not listen to current presidents who have been supported with civil rights. Do not listen to Gerald Ford. Do not listen to Jimmy Carter. Do not listen to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is making it worse. You know? And do not listen to Abraham Lincoln. This isn't rebirth of the nation. This is called the death of the nation. You should respect what Marcus Aurelius Evans or whatever white people, they need to make it its own country without America. We'll be better off without America because we're not going to have time to do this shit now. So hopefully they'll get it purged or civil war. If they have to succeed, we can. So we can succeed the Union, which is going to be California first, and then Texas, then Washington, then Minnesota, and then New York, then Vermont, then Illinois, and then they're going to be all the states. That's it. So we'll keep it around. So this is Eagle Out to Sea. Keep it out of sea. Keep it real.